are a few fundamental changes taking place in the world of relationships. First of all, for most of history, in our areas, relationships used to be tight knots. Now they are loose threads. You couldn't get out of it. You couldn't get out of your family, you couldn't get out of your marriage. You know it once, it was for life. If you didn't like it, you could hope for an early death of your partner. Tight knots.
Preferably your spouse died.
Yeah, of your partner's yes. And we have shifted from structure to networks. That's what we call the liquid life. That's the first thing that has happened. For most of history, and still in many other parts of the world, relationships were organized around duty and obligation, around loyalty and community. You got a lot of clarity, you got very little freedom and very little personal expression. We shifted from duty and obligation to choice and options. We have more freedom than we've ever had when it comes to relationships. At the center of relationships today is an individual in search of community, ruled less by values sometimes and more by feelings, primarily the feeling of authenticity. Authenticity stands for being true to myself, and in the name of being true to myself, I may need to forego relationships that demand a compromise of myself that would not be true. You follow? And then from there, we have never been more free, but we also have never been more alone. And part of the aloneness comes with the freedom, because the burdens of the self have never been heavier. I have to make all the decisions myself with authenticity. How do I know? So we are crippled with uncertainty and crippled with self-doubt.